What's up? Got a Civivi. Civivi. This is a Civivi Thug2. Black G10 handle, silver bead blasted, Nitro V. Yep. All right. Well, this is on loan from Timber's Edge, and I believe it's for sale over there. We'll check that out before we're done. It's got all the stuff, stickers and cloths, and a Thug2 knife. Okay. It's kind of a small little palm filler, right? What's up? Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's get this out of our way. Civivi Thug2. Compound grind. Definitely a hollow grind and then a flat. It's got a swedge. They really bring that tip down to a fine point there. There's no, you kind of can choke up there, I guess. But yeah, I can just get 4 fingers on it right here. There's no jimping on the spine. Liner lock. Kind of a standard Civivi feel. Very smooth, hydraulic, controlled action. It's probably the best way to put it. Not so much. Lots of jimping here on the liner. Interesting. Cool little piece. Deep carry pocket clip. Ooh, ton of tension on there. I think I'm going to like it. A little lanyard pin. Well, come on. Let's take a look. I'm going to take a look at this lock up here too. It's outside to inside right there. T8 captured. It's got a little bit of Loctite going on there. T8's on the scale screws. Looks like it's got G10 scales with, something tells me I'm not going to be able to get this one out. No, I got it. G10 scales with steel liners that are kind of cloudy. There's not a lot of oil in here, so I think I'm just going to wipe everything down and I'll reassemble. But it's all smudged up, so we'll be able to put a little beautification on it. Yeah, nice. It's got this gray bead blast finish on the blade. Yeah, look at this here. I might bring a little cleaner to bear. Yeah, why not? Just a little bit. Not a lot. A little dab will do you. Let me wipe that other one, and then I'll polish them with the dry part of the cloth. Just use that cleaner to cut through. So they definitely did one of the things that I like here. So if you look at the pocket clip, it's got like a bead blast finish on it, gray, that make it look like titanium, same as the blade. And so to mirror that finish, they run that same bead blast on the edge of the scales. See that? And it carries over onto the surface, but it's so that they get that finish on the edge of the scale. Just what a cool little extra feature, man. Yeah. I mean, maybe it's all machine automated or what, whatever, but it's a cool little touch on the knife. No doubt about it. Very cool. I want to look at that lockup real quick. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot there, so I think I'm going to leave it be. It was pretty close. Captured pivot. The pivot's captured that little cutout, and then there's a little nib in the G10 here. And I've had people say, well, that's kind of janky. And it's like, well, it doesn't need, 900 foot-pounds of torque capability. It's just enough to hold that while you tighten the screw. That's all, just the slightest amount of tension on it. And those do just fine. I've never had one fail or strip or give me trouble. They work. All right. Let me get this lanyard pin back in place. And we're going to go open cage up because we're recessed here in the blade and we're flush on the scale. And a little bit on the detent ball track. Yeah, very smooth, very hydraulic, snappy action. I mean, it's legit. It's wonderful. And so now I can kind of illustrate that point. When you look at all these surfaces, these finishes, even the pivot, the hardware, it's all got a titanium look finish to it, bead blast. And it looks wonderful. Yeah, it's good looking, man. I like it. The action, I mean, I'm going to give it a B plus. It's not drop shut. You got to shake it a little bit, but it's super hydraulic. And I mean, I like it. I most definitely would not take this knife apart and mess with it to try to improve that somehow because I like it a lot. Yeah, it's very nice. I not all of my actions need to be drop shut and move with the wind. This one takes a little effort, but it fits this knife. I think it's perfect. Lock up here looks like we're 40%. Let's check it. Yeah, solid. Come on, we already knew. Yeah, B plus for sure. It's solid, man. B plus, maybe an A minus. Ergonomics. I mean, it fits right here. 4-finger grip. I can just get my meat around it here, and very confident grip. Feels good. If I had to measure it, not so confident, confident, very confident. I mean, I'm gonna come right up to a confident grip. I'm tempted to say that it's confident and that I can meet that standard, that I'm confident that if I was coming forward with this knife, that even if I met resistance, that I could, push through. But what wouldn't happen is I wouldn't slide up and over onto the sharp part of the knife. Even if my hands were wet, I think I could maintain my grip because all of this just locks in really nice. Pocket clip, all of it locks in really well. And the jimping on the liner lock aids to that. Like it's biting and forcing me to dig in. I like it. The reverse grip's really solid. It's angled away for this thumb. to cap that off. So pretty powerful grip right here. It's got some power in it. Let's check pocket clip. I mean, I felt it. I think it's going to be amazing. Yeah, wonderful. Deep carry, has about 1/8 of an inch of that small back of that knife sticking out. This hole lends itself to grab onto it and get it out of there nice. The texture on the G10, you can feel it grip the material under the pocket clip. Yeah, it's wonderful. Standard jean size thickness material. Yeah, really nice. Dryer clip. You know, I could put it right there, throw it in the dryer, banging around in there for 30 minutes. I'd pull it out, and that knife would be right where I left it. Yep. Very nice. Safety. Yeah, there's no contact through the back. And the tip is recessed under that little ridge right there. Pops me up just enough to avoid that tip. So the clip is awesome. The tip is good. And I can handle this knife any way I want without catching the sharp part. Pretty nice. Let's check that detent holding the blade in. Yeah, nice and snappy. It's got a solid retention on the closed position. I don't think there's any way I could slow roll it. Yeah, I could slow roll it. How about that? That's a bonus. About 1/2 of a point on the knife. I like that. And I can choke up. This is comfortable. This little small platform, that does work. So if you had some power cutting to do, you could get here. It's a comfortable grip. Yeah. Speaking of slicing, yeah, that hollow ground is nice. How about that secondary grind? It's sharp, but I think it's got a booger or two. So I'm going to bring in my little work sharp strop, and I might as well just strop the whole knife. There's that first grind, the hollow grind, and then the secondary grind. The hollow grind to the tip, and then the secondary grind. Make one more pass. That hollow grind to that tip, and then the secondary grind. And here's what I'm talking about, that tip. There is another tip on this knife created there. So cutting, you could put that tip and cut with that tip, 100%. I mean, just the weight of the knife, just the slightest touch, and it's sliced right through that. That tip is a needle. It doesn't look like a needle because of the angles involved there, but that tip right there, what a cutter. Let's try this again now. You see the difference? It just needed a little strop. And then even the primary grind, the hollow grind, is going to benefit from that strop. Yeah, this thing is crazy sharp. Nitro V steel. Wow. All right. How much? What's this going for? Okay. This one is over at Timber's Edge Knives for like $76. So I think 76. Maybe it was 73. But if you take the DM10 discount on this, it puts it under $70. Gets you down in that $60 something range. Yeah, pretty cool. The Civivi Thug2, I believe. Yep. Smaller, chunky, cool. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching.